A woman who is only liked will always feel replaceable. A woman who is valued becomes unforgettable. Have you ever felt it? That strange, empty ache when he says he likes you, but his actions never follow. When he laughs at your jokes, compliments your smile, says all the right words, but deep down, you feel it. You're not the priority. You're the maybe, the convenience, the beautiful placeholder until something else excites him. And while you smile back, pretending it's enough, inside you're asking the same silent question. Why can't he see what I'm really worth? This is the truth no one tells you. Being liked feels good, but it fades fast. It's easy, light, surface level. Being valued? That's different. That's deep. Being valued means he sees your soul, your strength, your silence, your standards. It means he chooses you, not just when it's easy, but when it matters. But too often, we stay stuck in being liked, because we're afraid that if we ask for more, we'll lose him altogether. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know you." Think about that. What does it mean to be seen but never truly known? To be touched but never truly held? You are not a passing thought. You are not just the good morning text when he's bored. You are not here to be liked for a moment. You are meant to be known, respected, loved, with depth and fire. But that shift doesn't happen by waiting. It happens when you stop trying to impress him and start honoring yourself. Being liked is like being a candle, nice to look at, warm for a little while. But being valued, that's like being the sun, constant, radiant, impossible to replace. He cannot forget the warmth that reached him from your heart. But first, you have to believe that your light deserves more than shallow praise. And maybe right now, you're tired of feeling like an option, tired of shrinking to be easier to love. But lovely woman, your heart was never made to be half chosen. This is the moment you stop settling for being liked and start walking like the woman who must be valued. From here on, we rise, not to be liked, but to be lived for. This is where you learn to carry yourself not as a girl hoping for love, but as a queen who knows she is the prize. If these words touched something deep inside you, if you felt seen, understood, and reminded of who you truly are beneath the pain, then take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working with all our heart to bring you content that speaks to your soul, lifts your spirit, and helps you step fully into your power. You deserve messages that heal and awaken, and we're here to give you just that. Number 1. He likes your body, but he will only value your boundaries. He says you're beautiful. He stares when you walk in. He texts late at night with sweet words and tempting promises. But then, when you say no, when you pull back, when you ask for more than just a moment, suddenly he pulls away too. That's not love. That's not value. That's convenience. And deep down, you've felt it. You've felt that his attention had conditions, that he liked your body, but didn't know how to honor your boundaries. Let's be clear, being desired is not the same as being respected. There's a difference between being touched and being held, between being wanted and being chosen. He might crave your body, but the real test? It's when you speak your truth. It's when you say, "I want more." It's when you stop being silent just to keep him around. And if that's when he starts to drift, then you were never being valued. You were just being used quietly. A wise woman once said, "If your presence must shrink to keep him comfortable, he never deserved your presence to begin with." And it's true. The moment you stop bending, the moment you draw the line, is the moment you see his real heart. because a man who values you does not panic when you say enough. He steps up, he grows, he chooses to stay and honor the woman, not just enjoy her body. Imagine your heart like a home, a soft, beautiful place filled with warmth and light. Now imagine someone who loves the front porch but refuses to step through the door. He wants the view, not the soul. But queens, you are not just the surface. You are not here to be stared at. You are here to be known, protected, respected. This is your moment, the moment you stop apologizing for having boundaries, the moment you stop shrinking to be liked. You are not asking for too much. You are asking the wrong man. And from here forward, you are done being available to those who only see the outside. Your worth is deeper, stronger, sacred. Write this in the comments and claim it. I protect my peace. I honor my worth. Queens, write it with pride. Say it like a woman who knows her power. And if this message spoke to you, if it reminded you that being liked is not enough, then like this video and subscribe. We are working hard to bring you the truth, the strength, and the life-changing lessons you deserve. Number 2. If he can't choose you in private, he was never worthy of you in public. Have you ever noticed how quiet love becomes when it's supposed to be loud? How he texts at midnight, flirts when no one is watching, calls you beautiful in private, but never shows up for you in public. He keeps you hidden, quiet, in the background. And you convince yourself that maybe this is just how he loves. But deep down, you know, being liked in secret is not the same as being valued in the open. If he cannot stand beside you in the light, then he was never strong enough to hold you in the shadows. A man who truly values a woman does not hide her. He honors her. He doesn't just whisper his feelings behind closed doors. He speaks your name with pride, not hesitation. Being a secret isn't romantic, it's painful. And queens, you were never made to be someone's maybe. There is a difference between being chosen for comfort and being chosen with courage. When a man keeps you hidden, it's not love, it's fear. Fear of commitment, fear of being seen with you, fear of giving more than empty words. But you, beautiful woman, were never meant to be hidden. You are not a midnight thought. You are the sunrise, and no real man hides from the light. A lion does not hunt in secret, and a crown is never worn in the dark. If he truly saw your worth, he would never let you wonder where you stand. He would never make you feel like a secret he's afraid to claim. Love should be proud. Love should be known. Love should be real. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more while honoring nothing, that is poor. And any man who likes you quietly but cannot honor you openly is not rich in love. He is starving in fear." But lovely woman, your value is not determined by his fear. It's awakened by your own power. No more shrinking, no more silence, no more standing in the shadows of someone else's doubt. This is the moment you rise, not to be liked quietly, but to be valued completely. Write this in the comments and claim it. If he can't choose me in public, he will never deserve me in private. Let this be your truth. And if this message lit something inside you, we are working with all our heart to bring you the truth, the lessons, and the fire you need to become the woman who is no longer hidden, but honored. Number 3. You are not his entertainment. You are a whole experience. Have you ever felt like you were the spark in the room, but never the flame he truly stayed for? Like he loved your energy, your laugh, the way you made him feel, but never stayed long enough to ask how you feel? Maybe he liked how you danced through his days, how you made everything lighter, softer, brighter. But when the music stopped, so did he, because he was only there for the show, not the soul. That's what it means to be liked, to be enjoyed, admired, entertained, but not truly seen. He liked your glow, but never cared enough to understand your fire. And you kept showing up, didn't you? Hoping that one more smile, one more good day, one more version of yourself would make him stay for the right reasons. But you are not a playlist he plays when he's bored. You are not the escape. You are the essence. There's a difference between being fun to be around and being impossible to live without. One fades, the other stays. One makes him feel good, the other makes him grow. And beautiful woman, you were never created just to be liked. You were meant to be remembered, felt, chosen, valued. As Khalil Gibran once wrote, "Your joy is your sorrow unmasked." If he only liked the joy you brought, but disappeared when your soul needed holding, he was never worthy of your truth. Being truly valued means being loved for all of you, not just the parts that sparkle in the sun. Think of a sunset. People stop to admire it, take photos, smile, but it's gone in minutes. Now think of a mountain. It doesn't need attention to matter. It's solid, strong, always there. You were never a fleeting moment to be captured. You were the mountain, the experience that changes him, grounds him, humbles him. And now, dear woman, it's time to stop shrinking yourself for temporary smiles. No more being the good time girl. No more being liked for how you make him feel. You are not his entertainment. You are the woman who brings meaning to the moment, emotion to the silence, strength to the stillness. You are not the spark. You are the whole fire. This is your rise. From now on, you walk like the woman who doesn't ask to be kept, because she knows she's not replaceable. Lovely woman, this is your empire. It begins with knowing your worth doesn't depend on how many times he laughs. It depends on how deeply he respects your presence. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am not his entertainment. I am the experience he'll never find again. Queens, let the world know you are done being the moment and ready to be the meaning. We are working hard to bring you powerful, life-changing lessons because you were never meant to be liked. You were meant to be valued. Number 4. He only values you when you vanish, then let your silence speak louder than your love ever did. Isn't it strange how he never listens when you're speaking, but the moment you go quiet, he suddenly starts paying attention? When you gave your time, he took it for granted. When you gave your heart, he held it carelessly. But the moment you stopped reaching out, the moment you pulled back, he noticed. And that's the cruel truth. He never truly valued you when you were present. He only started thinking when you disappeared. That's not love. That's comfort. That's control. And you were never born to be somebody's emotional backup plan. If your absence makes more noise in his life than your presence ever did, then that's your answer. He didn't love you. He loved the attention. He liked the feeling of being wanted, but he never took the time to ask if you felt wanted in return. Seneca once said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." But for you, to walk away in silence, without begging, without explaining, without trying to convince him to see your worth, that is your greatest act of strength. That is how a woman begins her transformation from being liked to being valued. Think of a song that plays every day in the background. After a while, people stop hearing it. They don't notice the melody. They don't appreciate the lyrics. But the day the music stops, suddenly there's silence. And that silence is loud. That silence is unforgettable. That's you. You were his melody. but he didn't pay attention when you were singing. So now, let the silence be your anthem. You gave love, you gave presence, you gave effort. But he only realized your weight when you became light in his life. So don't run back, don't start explaining, don't let him pull you back in with half-hearted words. Because now, you are learning to live not as a girl begging for love, but as a woman who knows silence can say everything love couldn't. Beautiful woman, your voice mattered, but your silence is a roar. It's your power, it's your truth. Let it speak for you now. Affirm this and write it in the comments, queens. My silence speaks louder than my love ever did. If this message opened your eyes, if it reminded you of your power, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard to bring you these life-changing truths because you were never meant to be liked for a moment. You were meant to be valued for a lifetime. Number 5. If he gets comfortable seeing you hurt, he was never a safe place to begin with. Have you ever noticed how quiet he becomes when you're in pain? How he watches you cry and does nothing? How your silence screams, but he still scrolls through his phone like your heart isn't breaking right in front of him? That kind of silence from him. It tells you everything you need to know. Because a man who truly values you will never be comfortable watching you suffer. He will not sit still while you shatter. If he can sleep peacefully while you're hurting, then he was never your safe place. He was only passing time with the version of you that didn't ask for much. Being liked means he enjoys your beauty, your presence, your energy when it costs him nothing. But being valued, that means he shows up when it's hard. It means he protects your heart like it's his own. If he can turn his back while you're breaking down, what makes you think he deserves you when you're glowing? Love is not proven in the easy days. It is revealed in the storms, someone once said. A man who values you won't disappear when the sky turns dark. He won't make excuses. He won't say, "You're too emotional," or "You're always overthinking." He will listen. He will stay. Because true value isn't tested in pleasure. It's tested in pain. Imagine a shelter in the rain, the kind of place you run to when the world gets heavy. Now imagine standing in a storm, soaked, cold, tired, and the person you trusted to open the door just stands behind the glass, watching. That is what it feels like to be liked by a man who never intended to value you. Lovely woman, if he gets comfortable with your tears, then he never deserved your laughter, and you are not here to be emotionally starved while pretending it's love. This is where you begin again, not as a woman begging for comfort, but as a woman who becomes her own shelter, her own strength, her own safety. You're not broken, you are becoming, and from this moment forward, you stop settling for half love. You stop calling pain passion. You stop mistaking presence for effort. You begin to live, speak, and walk as what you've always been. Royalty. Write this in the comments and claim it. If I am not safe with him, I will rise without him. We're here creating real, powerful, life-changing lessons because you deserve more than to be liked. You deserve to be valued. 6. You are not the backup plan. You are the blueprint. He says he likes you. He keeps you close, just close enough to feel wanted, but never far enough to feel missed. He calls when he's lonely. He shows up when it's easy. But when it's time to choose, he hesitates. You're not his first thought. You're his safety net. And deep down, you feel it. You're not being valued. You're being kept on hold. As if your love is a spare tire, not the engine that carried the connection this far. But here's what he doesn't understand. You are not the backup plan. You are the blueprint. You are not standing in the shadows, waiting for him to wake up. You are the original design, the foundation, the woman who showed him what love could look like. He didn't fall for a copy. He fell for your heart. And yet, he thought he could pause you while he played around with other options. But love is not a waiting room. You don't stand in line for the man who couldn't see your worth from the start. There is no need to wait for permission to be who you already are. That truth changes everything, because once you stop seeing yourself through his unsure eyes, you finally remember who you've always been. Not his second choice, not his fallback, but the standard, the foundation, the one who sets the tone, not waits for it. Imagine a house built without a blueprint, walls cracked, windows misaligned, everything shaky and uncertain. That's what love looks like without a woman who knows her value. You gave him clarity, support, warmth, and he treated it like it was optional. But the house he tries to build without you will collapse. Because the truth is, you were the blueprint all along. And a blueprint doesn't chase. A blueprint doesn't beg to be chosen. It simply waits for the builder who sees its worth. So now is the time, lovely woman. No more waiting to be chosen. You are not his second chance. You are your own destiny. And once you step into that truth, nothing will stop you. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am not the backup plan. I am the blueprint. Say it like you mean it, queens. Let the world know you're done waiting, done shrinking, done being half-loved. We are working hard to bring you powerful, life-changing lessons because you were never just meant to be liked. You were meant to be valued. Number 7. If he cannot match your energy, stop dimming your light to meet his shadow. Have you ever felt like you're giving your all, only to realize he's only giving you half? Like you're showing up with light, love, and loyalty, but he's standing in your shadow, comfortable while you carry the weight of everything. You pour into him, uplift him, make him feel alive. But when it's time for him to meet you with the same energy, he disappears into silence, into distance, into excuses. And the worst part? You begin to wonder if maybe you are too much. Maybe you should just tone it down, pull it back, dim your light, just so he stays. But no, lovely woman, that's not love. That's survival. That's not being valued. That's being used. A man who only likes you will be drawn to your glow, but never ready to stand in your fire. He will admire you from a distance, enjoy your strength when it benefits him, but never rise to meet you. And if you keep lowering your energy to match his lack, then you are training him to believe that your brilliance is optional, but your light was never meant to shrink. It was meant to shine. There's a quote that says, if you have to dim your light for him to stay, let him leave and take the darkness with him. That is your truth. You weren't created to beg for love or water yourself down to be palatable. You were born to be seen, felt, honored, and respected. Think of the sun. The sun never asks permission to rise. It does not apologize for its heat or dull its light for the comfort of the moon. It shows up boldly every single day, and those who cannot handle it must learn to adjust. That's what it means to be valued, not just liked. It means finding the man who steps into the light with you, not the one who hides every time you shine. This is your awakening. No more shrinking, no more playing small, no more carrying the whole relationship on your back. It's time to rise, not as the girl he kind of likes, but as the woman he could never dare to lose. So from now on, remember this affirmation. I will not dim my light for anyone. Queens, write this in the comments right now. Claim it, feel it, live it. And if this message reminded you of who you really are, if it stirred something inside you, like this video and subscribe. We are working day and night to bring you the truth, the healing, and the strength you deserve. Because you were never meant to just be liked. You were born to reign.